Good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn fans. I'm Rebecca, the program director here at the Joslyn Center, and today is episode 174 of the Joslyn Variety Show. And it is time for our Monday morning update, so you will be able to hear from Jack and from Elyse. But first, I'm going to tell you what's coming up this week so that you can be prepared. We have all of our usual programming. We've got, of course, Variety Show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday is Bowling and Bingo with myself and Paul. Wednesday is Tech Untangled. That's at 2 p.m. with myself. And then Thursday is also at 2 p.m. with myself, and that is our Zoom chat group so that you can join and make some friends and hang out with some folks. So those are coming up this week. We also have one special health lecture with our friends over at Eisenhower Health. We are going to be talking about lymphedema, which is not something I know a lot about, so I'm looking forward to the lecture. They're going to be talking about what it is, how to treat it, and what lifelong management looks like. So if you have lymphedema or somebody you know or love does, this will be very educational and an important topic to get in on. That one is on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So I hope you'll join us for that. It is via Zoom. But as with all of our Zoom programming, you're welcome to join via phone and use the conference call feature, or you can log in via your computer and treat it more like a video conference. So if you have any questions about Zoom, please let me know and I would be happy to get you set up. We also have two special events happening this month. We have a sound healing lecture happening next week. That one is going to be talking about, or it's a demonstration of how Tibetan singing bowls and how to meditate and the things that it can do for your body. So that's going to be happening next week, and then the week after that is our emergency preparedness workshop. So please call me to RSVP for either of those, and I can get you on the list. If you're one of the first to RSVP for the emergency preparedness workshop, we also have a free kit that we can set aside for you to come and pick up. It's got food and water and whistle and first aid kit and all the really important first or emergency preparedness items that you may need to make a great starter kit. You can just set it aside, forget about it until you need it. So RCP with me to sign up for that. And let's go ahead and let Jack come in and take over from here. I'm going to get his little spot set up. So he's not able to join us live today, but don't worry, he recorded something so that you guys can still hear from him. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to do that. And here is Jack.
Thank you, Rebecca, and welcome to everyone to this today's Joslyn Variety Show. Ooh, at one of those moments. So, welcome to today's edition of the Joslyn Variety Show. I really want to welcome you and thank you for being here. Um, one of the things we're doing is trying to provide more information, more classes to our members, and particularly through our wellness center. So, I invite you to check out our wellness center program that's coming up. We have our Brain Boot Camp, problem-solving strategies. I know with things that are going on in the world, and especially with COVID, many of us are finding ourselves a little stressed out over what's happening in the uncertainty and uh, experiencing problems, perhaps financial or otherwise. And really, our problem-solving strategies is a chance to talk about this with someone, a disinterested party, and to get their help and to give you the tools you need. So if you encounter some problems or issues in the future, you have those tools readily available to deal with. And I found a problem that is not confronted or dealt with only tends to get worse. And if we deny it or don't want to confront it, it can end up running our lives. So it really is a great and it's free program for you. And you can call for any of the Wellness Center programs. You can call Veronica at our main number, 340-3220, extension 117. Of course, that's area code 760. And then we have a special treat for you. Our Aging Mastery program, our first one of the year, will be free. And that's coming up on March 2nd. And I would really encourage you to uh, enroll in that class. There's a lot of information on our website about that. It's a 10-session course, and it covers a lot of different issues. We bring in experts like a sleep doctor, and we bring in people in financial planning, exercise and fall prevention, and a number of other relationship issues. And those are all things that we have to confront as we get older, unfortunately. Sometimes maybe we didn't plan our financial future the way we expected it to come out, or we're having relationship issues, and that isn't necessarily a private or a primary relationship. It could be with friends or with getting to out there in the community and feeling more comfortable, learning things like Zoom, learning new things. Those are all things that we can help you with, both in that program and in our other programs. I also want to take a minute and thank the Agua Caliente tribe of Kui Indians and also Penta Builders. They were very generous to us this year in supporting our Meals on Wheels program, and we received a grant from them recently, so we appreciate that so much. And to remind you that if you are having difficulty getting out or meals, or you're isolated because of COVID, please give us a call and ask for a Meals on Wheels program, and you can be enrolled in that. And also, we recently received information from the Desert Healthcare District that they are providing support both for our Meals on Wheels program and for our Wellness Center program. So we're very happy about that. And just as a footnote, those of you that don't know it, the Wellness Center programs received national recognition this last year as a nationally recognized program of excellence. So brain boot camp, problem solving strategies, aging mastery, all of those together are real proud of that, to have the National Institute of Senior Centers recognize our program as a program of excellence. So that's all I have for you this morning. Again, thank you to the Agua Caliente Band of Kui Indians and Penta Builders for their support, and also the Desert Healthcare District. Have a great day, have a great week, and check out our calendar on the website. There are lots of things for you to do. So thank you, Rebecca, and back to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jack. I'm sorry if it was a little hard to hear him. I was trying to adjust the audio, but today is not my Zoom day, and I know that that a lot of you have felt the same way over the last week or rather year. Let me go ahead and bring on Elise now. She is going to talk to us a little bit about the Wellness Center and do our Monday mindfulness. How are you, Elise?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you, Rebecca?
Good. Take it away.
All right. Thank you. So, good morning, everybody. Nice to be here with you. My spot has been dubbed Mindfulness, Monday Mindfulness. And I just wanted to remind us what mindfulness is. It's an awareness of the present moment. If you like it, if you don't like it, or even if it's just neutral, it's being aware of that moment and then trying to accept it, whether we like it or not. Why do we do this? Because we cannot change reality. So the smartest thing to do is accept it. And of course, that doesn't mean that we can't change our behaviors or try to design our lives the way that we want. But once it's happened, once it's reality in this moment, we no longer have a choice. So mindfulness is awareness, and reality is reality, and we try to accept it. Okay, let's do breathing. I want to start with breathing and movement. Let's take 3 good deep breaths and move whatever way that is comfortable for you while you breathe, but it's in through the nose and out through the mouth, okay? 1, in. I always just raise my arms because it stretches out, out through the mouth, stretches out your chest and gives your lungs extra space to breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And 1 more. Okay. Now, I wanted to follow up from last week. What did you do to fight isolation, which we know is very important to fight in this pandemic where we're being asked to isolate ourselves. What did you do? I hope you're thinking of a couple things that you did to really fight. I made myself text some friends, even though I didn't really want to. I made myself do it, and that was good. They texted back. And then I finally made some cookies that I've been needing to send one friend for months. So I made them and sent them, and that made me feel less isolated because I was doing something for her and she was going to get something in the mail that I had actually made. I hope you are actively fighting any isolation that you're feeling. Okay, so we'll just go back to self-care then. And the reminder on self-care is to have compassion for ourselves, to look upon ourselves and others with kindly eyes. Look kindly on the world, and which means no judgment, accepting the reality that is, accepting yourself and others the way that we are. So I wanted to talk about a technique for doing this. I don't know if any of you, some of you must have heard of the concept of low-hanging fruit. So let's say you're in an apple orchard, right? Imagine that you are, and you do have a ladder and a basket with you. But why would you put up your ladder and climb to the top of the tree and maybe risk falling or whatever, use extra energy, when if you stand on the ground under the tree, there are apples right there that you can pick. That's the low-hanging fruit. And it's easier to get the low-hanging fruit. And we can use this for ourselves in trying to do something that we resist doing a little bit. So I would say that the concept helps me gently talk myself into doing what's healthy. Gently helps me talk myself into doing what's healthy. So, for instance, if I don't want to text my friend, the low-hanging fruit, the way I could say to myself is, well, let me just move my cell phone over here, and then it'll be near me, pardon me, if the mood strikes me to text. So last week, and once again, I wanted to remind us about social isolation and actively fighting it. It's almost like fighting isolation is like taking medicine, and to do it in a way that feels easy, where we're nudging ourselves to be less isolated. And then the other important self-care thing that most of us are missing now is movement. And we don't have to set up an hour a day, an exercise regimen. That's not low-hanging fruit. That's at the tippy top of the tree. And it's way too hard for most of us to think and do that. But what we can do is just be aware of our bodies, like all the time as we're moving. Like if I'm sitting, I try to sit up a little straighter. If I've not been aware and then I am, I realize I'm slumping, so I sit up straight. Reaching, if I reach out, I try to reach a little more to get a good stretch. Move in whatever way we can. And I hope that you use the concept of low-hanging fruit to help yourself, what's the word I want? Like nudge yourself to get next to the things you want to do, and then see when the mood strikes you to actually do them. Okay, some fun questions. What is your favorite time of the day and why? What's your favorite time of the day and why? I know mine, I actually have two. I like the early morning before the sun rises, and I like twilight after the sun sets. I love sunshine, but there's something about those two times of the day where it's switching from dark to light and light to dark that I just really love. Why? Because I guess I like seeing the contrast. I like seeing the transition of light and day. That's my reason. So what's your favorite time of the day? Also, another fun question. What do you look forward to doing, pardon me, when our pandemic restrictions are eased? What do you look forward to doing? What do you miss so much? My answer is hugs, being able to hug people instead of standing 6 to 10 feet away, and just freedom to go about and not have to worry about being too close or catching something. And also shopping. I just love to shop. Used to like going to Steinmart and TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and just wandering around and finding a bargain. Those are the things I look forward to doing when the restrictions are eased. The other thing I want to ask, and then we will bring this to an end, is how's your TV watching going? How are you doing watching TV? I will tell you, I watch too much. And while I'm watching, usually, I criticize myself for it and think I should be doing something more productive. So I took personally the spirit of mindfulness recently. And when I was watching, I tried to be more aware while I was watching and relax and enjoy it. Then I actually did enjoy the program more. But here's what was really great. I started being aware of not wanting to watch so much anymore. So, with my awareness of the moment, I calmly asked myself, what else could I do instead of watching? Because I really had had enough TV. And I ended up making a heat wrap, the kind you put in the microwave and then you can put around your neck, from an old pillowcase and rice. And that is something I have been meaning to do literally for a few years. Just never made myself do it. I'm so glad I did. So for next week, I want you to use that concept of low hanging fruit and just think of some things you might like to do that you've been putting off. Okay, that's it for Mindfulness Monday today, and happy Valentine's Day this Sunday. And remember, it's not just romantic love, it's all kinds of love as far as I'm concerned. Valentine's Day is about all kinds of love, even loving and being kind to oneself. Have a good week. See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. The first thing I'm going to do after this is over is go visit my grandparents because my grandfather turned 90 during quarantine, and I very much miss seeing them and celebrating with them. So that's first thing on my to-do list. But I hope you guys have a lovely week. Of course, as always, call us if there's anything that we can do. Our number is 760-340-3220. My extension is 102. And you can email me at rebeccar@joslyncenter.org. So have a lovely week. We'll talk to you on Wednesday at that episode of The Variety Show. Bye.